Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Friday's edition of the MUFC Daily. Being a Manchester United supporter and enjoying your love affair with Manchester United isn't necessarily about winning trophies. Of course, that's the buzz at the end of the journey. But ultimately, it's watching the team and supporting the team, the highs and the lows, and that's okay. It's okay to have lows as a football fan, and especially a Manchester United supporter. I was there. I remember it when we lost 5-0 to Newcastle. It felt fucking horrible. And at first I was going, oh God, Ferguson this, Ferguson that. But then I convinced myself that I was talking shit, that I was being reactionary, and then it'll be, you wait and see. They won't fucking win another game, and we'll win for the rest of this season. But then we lost to, was it Southampton and Chelsea? 3 in a row. And then we were all going, oh my God, we're in deep shit. But even then, you had belief that this would be turned around. We've seen it before. Ferguson always started slowly, but in the second half of the season, he would turn it around. I think 96, 97 was interesting because this was the second season of the 6 young players that, you know, did so well in 95, 96. Cantona was getting at the end of his career. It was a little bit difficult. So we didn't really buy many players in 96, 97, if I remember rightly. Anyone else who could correct me on that, please do. So it was a difficult season. But anyway, the thing I'm getting at here, it's okay to lose games. It's okay to have a season without winning a trophy. I'm talking about Manchester United, because Manchester United shouldn't go seasons and seasons without winning trophies. I remember when we didn't win anything in 94, 95, when I first fell in love with the club. Or that year, 97, 98, where we played so well. Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole played brilliant up front. I remember the thrashing of Feyenoord. We were great. For the first year, we looked really good in the Champions League and competitive. But then we got a lot of injuries and everything fell out the window. And if it wasn't for those injuries, I think we would have won the treble that year. Pre-Stam and York and all of that. But we didn't. It was great failure again, like it was in 94, 95, but there was a reason for it. And I knew, as I saw Cantona watching the game and looking so pissed off when we lost the FA Cup to Everton, I'm losing myself now, I know, but back in 94, was it 94 or 95, which was another bad year for us, when he couldn't play because of what he did. And I knew it when I saw his face. We'll be back. And it's the same in 97, 98. We had failed, but we knew why we failed, because we had such bad luck with injuries. We played so well in a lot of that season. And people were laughing at us. The Sky Sports pundits were saying Arsenal had a better chance of winning the Champions League than Manchester United. I said no. And I remember my brother saying to me at the end of the season, when I was watching Arsenal lift the trophy up, and he said, why are you watching this? I said, I want to feel the pain of this, because next year it's going to be in reverse, because we knew we were a proper elite fucking club with a proper elite manager and players. We knew what was going to happen. And Ferguson went out and bought Blomqvist, Stam and York, proper elite players. And when Blomqvist wasn't injured, he did a really good job. But Stam and York really changed everything for us. Everything. And we'd had the biggest, strongest squad full of world-class players for the first time that I can remember being a Manchester United supporter. It was very, very exciting. So, as I say, it's okay. It's okay not to play well sometimes and lose some games. When you've got an elite manager, these things happen. And it's important not to be disappointed, but not be reactionary. But that's that. But we're talking now about a non-elite manager. A man who was always a non-elite manager, even when he was winning games and we were all singing Ollie's at the Will. When I was singing that, I was laughing at the same time, because I never thought for a minute they would be stupid enough to make him a permanent manager. And they did. Because you can tell he's a bullshitter. You can tell he's bullshitting his way through his Manchester United career. He's not a good manager. He shouldn't be there. It's not even debatable. So it's different when people say you're reactionary. Now, the reason I've titled this When We Were Kings is because right now, when the club is on its knees and it's embarrassing, You know, when you hear Manchester City say that our manager told us not to bother training because we don't know how they're going to play, and and not really worrying about preparing against Manchester United, it tells a story that even Manchester City's manager, one of the best managers in the game of football today, and maybe of all time, sees Solskjaer and Manchester United as a joke. He thought he could just turn up and fucking play his football and he'd beat us anyway. City didn't even have a heartbeat and they beat us with very little preparation. This is the lack of respect there is for Manchester United and this accidental manager. Can you imagine Pep Guardiola coming to Manchester United against Sir Alex Ferguson and treating us and him with such little respect? Of course not. So you see, there's a big difference. People keep on comparing Fergie and Ollie, and I think it's crazy. The truth of the matter is, the fact of the matter is that that was a proper manager. That was a proper club, either run by Martin Edwards or David Gill. And now we've got the Glazers. We've got Ed Woodward. They are now giving to the media information that they will sack Ollie if he messes up again. They gave him 3 games after the Liverpool game, and now he's got another chance. If you mess up this time, you naughty boy, you will be punished. And probably he won't even be punished then. So it's interesting. What happens? I have a feeling something may kick off today with this managerial situation. I think they have to say something today. They have to do something today because we've got the fans going to Old Trafford tomorrow to demonstrate protest against not Ollie, right, Beard, but the Glazers. So my response to that is it's pointless. Protesting the Glazers is pointless because if it wasn't for Ollie being a shit manager and they put him there and they only recently gave him a new contract, then I understand that why you're protesting the Glazers, but pretending you're not protesting this manager is more embarrassing than actually protesting this manager. I'm afraid we have a very, very deluded fandom, and this is my kind of translation of top Reds. Top Reds are like those people who let you fuck their partners on the Sunday dinner table while they sit there and smile at the same time. And then as we finish on the table, they make us dinner and they treat us like kings and queens. That's who top Reds are. They're quite happy to be treated like shit by the club and by the manager. But we can never speak out of school. We can never speak the truth. We can't be constructive about the fact that we are run by a bunch of donkeys and our manager is a fucking sideshow clown. That's not disrespectful. They are facts. So this is where we are. So it's 6 days since Manchester City beat us and nothing. We've heard things from the press. He's staying. Brendan Rodgers could come in. We don't know. Listen to me, if this man remains in charge, there's going to be a very toxic situation. Yes, with the fandom, but it goes beyond the fandom. Because guess what? Most of his players also are desperate for him not to be there when they come back. They're the facts, because footballers talk to me and they tell me stuff. Footballers talk, especially on international duty. And oh boy, have Manchester United players been spilling their fucking guts to their colleagues. And I tell you what, if you knew the fucking stuff that I knew, and I'm not even going to say it, because it's shit stirring, and I don't want Man United players trolled and attacked on social media because it's not their fault. This is not their fucking mess. This is the club's mess, and this is the manager's mess. He should have already quit. He knows he's not good enough for this role, and he remains in the job. It's wrong. I don't care about his fucking compensation. He's wrong. If he wants the money, as I would do, by the way, that means he doesn't care about Manchester United Football Club. You can't pretend to be the pure-hearted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who only cares about Manchester United and its fans, but then stay there until you get the compensation. Please, tell me another fucking Jackanory bedtime story. Please. He doesn't care about this club. He doesn't care about us. He's a fucking fraud. And he's not a nice person. And even more so, more importantly, he's a terrible, embarrassing manager who should not be managing another club ever again. We've already seen Aston Villa, another club, acting quickly and effectively to replace the manager that they sacked. They brought in Steven Gerrard, a risky gamble at this point in his career, but it's a gamble worth taking in their situation, because if he's there for a few months and he's losing and he's shit, they can get rid of him again. And you're saying, Mick, you can't keep on sacking managers, but you can't keep bad managers in the jobs either. It's difficult, but this is the era we're in. You don't have to keep bad managers. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is beyond a bad manager. Everybody knows it. Everybody's said it. We must change this manager before the international duty is over. I'm 50-50 on it. I still think we could be here with him, start with him this time next week. And he could be taking charge of the Watford game, a game he could win. And then we're back on it again. And we'll never get rid of him. This change must be made. Now. Today. Manchester United's fortunes can change by just removing this manager. Because if we don't, nothing changes. This has been the MUFC Daily. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I'll be back again tomorrow with even more MUFC Daily. Until then, goodbye.